Hey everybody, it's Aaronator here. We got the 10th episode of our Vancouver Canucks GM mode commentary here on the PS4. Guys, in the last episode, we went and did the 2017 NHL draft, and that included Nolan Patrick, Timothy Liljegren, Maxim Comtois, Owen Tippett, and much, much more. But guys, make sure you go check it out, because we moved up in the draft. We got Timothy Liljegren at the number 3 pick. So that was really a great opportunity for a franchise to pick up a nice franchise defenseman, hopefully, in Liljegren. He's quite close to the NHL, but we got him do some free agency. We got to go and sign some guys here from free agency. So I listened to your comments. I got lots of comments. I love it, guys. Thank you so much. I looked at the main thing that it was getting, like, not over getting players, getting so many players that literally you're putting even younger guys that should have the chance, like Virtanen, say, and putting them in the AHL when they need NHL time to become better. So I looked at a lot of the players. And we already have given some offers to some left wing prospects there in Gabriel and Knott, and then a goalie prospect in McBain. So I know exactly who I would like. So first of all, we're going to start with a goalie. There was talks, either Bishop or Elliott. Now Bishop makes sense, sort of, because 30 years old. We need a goalie. But then how fast is Demko going to get there? And yeah, Elliott sort of works because you give him 2 years. He's 32 years old. The one thing I don't like about him, obviously, because he's 32, and there's the potential for him to become a fringe starter and then move to 85 overall, we don't want that. We want him to stay at 86 overall and be staying a starting goalie. But a 2-year contract at that kind of money for, a legitimate proven goalie, if you look at his stats last year, they were not great. Okay, I must have showed you that last time. I feel like I remember that. But, he is a legitimate proven goalie, and he has shown it in real life and in game. Not right now. So Elliott, I just think he makes the most sense. So what we're going to try and do is do 2 years at $5 million. If that doesn't work, I wouldn't mind giving Bishop a contract. I would do for 4 years at $7 million maybe, but he wants a lot. So we'll go back to that in a bit. Some of you guys were talking about Matt Spencer, I believe. We don't need too many more defensemen, but and I have seen him get good, but he always gets that insane shooting category, as well as the insane skating category. And then, usually his defense is pretty solid, but, we have a lot of defensive defensemen too. I was thinking of offering him a contract, but I'm not. I'd actually wouldn't mind getting this guy, Rasmus Anderson. He's a super Swede. I know he's a super Swede. He's an offensive defenseman, has the hard shooting and the fast skating, which is what you need in a defenseman. And I like his durability and his overall ability to move the puck. So I wouldn't mind signing this guy. Spencer, you know what? I will do it. I will sign him. Not like a crazy big deal, but only if the guys actually want to sign. So hopefully we get him. Right wingers, I was looking at a couple guys, including 79 overall, it says. Bergman, but am I seriously... Okay, good. I was just going to say, if it kept on ringing, so many interruptions. Just stop. We're recording. We're trying to make a video. I have to say right now, guys, I did take into account those 2 forwards you guys were letting me know about. Obviously, Kucherov, and then a forward named Stefan Matteau. It's my toe, and this could really make it would be interesting. The only problem is, with both him and Kucherov, they're both RFAs. We have to both pay them a lot. So I'm going to first try with Kucherov. I honestly believe I like a right winger more. And if you look at this, if you do 7 years, you want $7.6 million. What does Matteau want? Although he has a better potential and better age, you look at what it says. It says 7 years for $6 million. So is like, what are we going off of? So the one thing is, I realized that in order to not give up a first and a third, which I don't want to give up our first because we still are a bit of a shaky team, and we don't even know if we're going to be able to sign some guys. 4.2 is to get a second round pick, only giving up a second round pick. So I will try 4.2 for 1 year for Kucherov. If not, I honestly wouldn't mind trying out Mateau. The only thing is, like, I wanted a right winger to go in that top six, and I don't know where. I do want a top six forward. I just don't know where Mateau fits, because if we do get a top six forward and it's not him, I mean, it says he's a second liner, but passing isn't great. Shooting, I mean, obviously is great, but he's really just a physical guy, right? It's just Milan Lucic 2.0, I guess. So, like, I'll consider it. I really like the idea of getting Mateau. I do want to have some power forwards on my team to even it out a bit, but yeah, we'll have to see. So we're gonna try for Kucherov first. I wanted to go after a defenseman. We need a top six defenseman to go in there. I'd like to get a guy who's proven. I was looking at age and all that stuff, and you know what, Larson, honestly, re-signing him makes a lot of sense. We're just gonna do 1 year. That is fine. We're gonna do 1 year at 1.5. We'll give him what he wants. He's just gonna be a fill-in guy. For right now, if Liljegren or someone else jumps up to become a top six defenseman, we'll play them instead of Larson. He'll be the third defenseman or the seventh defenseman. What the heck? Yeah, but that should be it. So we got a goalie, we got some prospects, we got Kucherov, and we got Larson that we're all trying to sign. Depth forwards, we have a lot of prospects, so we don't really need to do much. We have a lot of centers. We could use actually a couple left wings, and AHL left wings, though, not necessarily Mateau straight away. What the heck? I'm not trying to go there. Left wings, we can just go left wings right here. We got some guys prospect wise, but let's maybe get some overall guys with potential. So let's see, Kalinin. If we sort by potential, is there anybody with overall decently that could turn out to be okay? We got Bailey, Casey Bailey, I believe. So we can try him. Yeah, we can sign him 2 years. We'll give you 1 year. No, we'll give you 2 years because, yeah, we could use an AHL forward to go in there for a bit. So that should be it. Let's see who we get signed here in free agency of 2017. So we got the goalie prospect, Ron McBain. And let's see what else we get. We get Philip Larson, Casey Bailey, Rasmus Anderson, Graham Knott, Matt Spencer went to Nashville. That's 100% okay with me because sort of, and this is something that also stuns me. If you're still interested, we should discuss a higher salary. Dude, you just signed with Nashville. You don't make sense. Gabriel, he signed with Calgary, but that's okay. We got Knott, so we did get a left wing prospect there in him. Elliott, my goal is to win. I don't think the team is going to be positioned to win anytime soon. Perhaps more money will change my mind. That sort of makes sense, but the only thing is, Elliott, you're really dumb because if you come here, you realize the team will improve. That's what sort of stuns me is when a team is close. Like, I believe we're a close playoff team. We're close. The only thing is, and then like you go up to like a guy like, say, if Steven Stamkos went to free agency, you try and offer him a contract. Kucherov also decided to reject an offer. It sort of is weird because like you're just like, here, we'll use Tyler Johnson example. I don't think your team's going to be in a position to win anytime soon. Really? If you, a first line center, come to our team along with the well-built around team that we have, you're saying you don't think we're going to make playoffs. And at this point, we don't have a goalie, so that's another reason. That's why Elliott would make more sense. It just doesn't make sense to me how that doesn't work. So, goalies, I'd like to go and look at Elliott. Okay, yeah, 2 offers on him. We need a starting goalie, guys. Like, we actually legit need it. So, 6 mil, a bit over 5.5, 5.75 for 2 years. It's 2 years, guys. The funny thing is he hasn't signed for anything like that. So let's do 5.7 mil. 8. We really do need a goalie. 5.85. That's what we're gonna go for. 2 years at 5.85. Let's try and see if we can get Elliott on our team. We do need a goalie really bad, so I'm really hoping he signs. Because if he doesn't, we could be in a bit of a bind. Let's check out RFAs. Mateau does make a lot of sense, sort of. First liner in Kucherov, possibly 4.7. He may not move down. I do believe that Kucherov is really a good fit for us, and we're giving up a second round pick for Mateau, who, he could be only a third liner, which I don't really like that. So, you know what? I'm just gonna try and sign Kucherov once again. I have had these problems for a bit where they couldn't sign. But I mean, if it's a first round pick, I'm not willing to give up. I'm just gonna wait till we possibly sign a goalie like Elliott, because if we don't sign Elliott, I may have to pass up on an RFA for now. I may sign the RFA closer to the season, but I really need the goalie in order to be sure that we have a chance, because I don't think Markstrom by himself, even if Demko jumps, yeah, that's a problem. He just signed with the Arizona Coyotes. So now we're going to go double check and see if there's any goalies left on the market that we can trade. Evander Kane, look at that. He's gone. Justin Williams, they just signed him. He was in free agency, I recognize. Puljujärvi is not happy. We want to check out the goalies there. Not rookie skaters. We want to check out the goalies. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, wait. What? 87 overall. That makes no sense. Backup goalie. Yeah, I'm not willing. He will easily drop. I'm not going to try for Jonas Hiller. There's no way. We need to find a goalie, definitely. Zetterberg, Henriks, Enroth. That's a backup goalie. No. 82 overall. That's not... It's not good enough. That's not what we're looking for. We need a goalie here. A good goalie. Craig Anderson. He's 85 overall. 1 year left, 4.2 mil. Dubinsky, Kronwall, Brad Boys, Luongo, 88 overall, 5 years, 3.8 million. So it seems that he was probably moved, either retained cap or something. We could retain cap on Luongo, guys. I just want to know what you guys think of that. Like, that could be interesting. But even looking at goalies or teams that have multiple goalies, like Pavelec maybe, could be a possible signing. 1 year left at 1 mil, nice and cheap, but that's probably why his stuff is a lot higher. I don't know. We really need a goalie, guys, so that's something we got to look at. And until then, for that reason, I don't really want to get. I don't want to get one of those RFAs, because if we're signing Kucherov, it has to be like legit, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go and look at the most realistic trade and the most possible trade, and I will also consider the Luongo trade. And we are going to try and find a starting goalie. Well, that was pretty easy. Frederick No. Because Frederick Anderson is a legit starting. I mean, obviously he's a legit starting goalie. Obviously 3 years is pretty good. 4.75 is a great price for a great goalie. It's a lot of trade value, though, sort of. We'd be trading to the other division, and just, yeah, multiple reasons for that. Yeah, that's unfortunate that we didn't get Elliott. Like, really unfortunate. What the heck? I hate this. I really do. This is proof. I hate this. Like, serious. How? Why? How? EA, this is... Fix it. Just fix it. I don't understand. Let's look at Evander Kane just for a second. I'm interested to see where he's at. Okay, not going to happen, because his trade value is still up there. If it drops, maybe, but... Goalies, nope, nothing there. I will just show you guys. So then you guys maybe, I might wait till the next episode. Corpusalo, nothing there. Calgary does have a lot of goalies. Hiller, if you guys really think Hiller's the real deal, then maybe, but Remo, Gillies, no point for trading for Gillies. We already got Demko. We just need a guy like an 85 overall or higher to just come in and play goalie. Niemi, we could try Niemi. Huskins, they want to trade over elite goalie? I don't understand that. Do they have a backup? Like, Niemi, how much is he? 1 year left at that. He's considered a backup goalie. I wouldn't go after him. And Lettinen's their better goalie, so I wouldn't go after him either. Jimmy Howard, that would be interesting. 2 years left at 5.1. He's still considered a starting goalie, I believe. Yeah, so That could be an option. Talbot's there. Not going to happen. Rest in peace, Florida. See, why didn't Florida, like, you have like 15 million cap space. You didn't sign a goalie. You realize now you have to go into this season with literally the worst selection you could possibly have. Oh my gosh. How do they even get screwed up with those kind of goalies? Like, the game needs to read that. Fucali, Condon, no, nothing there. Yeah, Carey Price, no, not going to happen. Schneider, nope. Rene, nope. Grice, he's considered a backup. Yeah, considered a backup. I need a guy who's considered a starter. Any more goalies? Craig Anderson might be the best one, but he's considered a backup goalie. I don't want him. I don't want anybody considered a backup, guys. If we are getting a backup, then, like, what? Why did you do that? I don't understand. Like, I don't think Jacob Markstrom's going to be ready. Now, this is an interesting situation. 2 years left at 5.4. Like, that's too much for... I think that's too much for Fleury or Murray. I'd just wait till they go up to free agency. So, never mind. Jones and Reimer. I mean, once again, I'm looking 85 or up. Lower trade value-ish. And makes sense. And, yeah. So, Tampa Bay lost Bishop. Got a couple goalies there in Toronto, but nothing good. Like, this might be the best one. Pavlik, because he's cheap and $1 million 1 year. I don't know. But he might be considered a backup, and he is considered a backup. So, basically, that doesn't work. Luongo is legitimately the only thing that could be still possible. Luongo comes back. We have them retain half of his salary, which we could. And then we trade them. We'd have to trade them a player. Let's see what we got. Let's see. We have to give him a player. Granlund. We could give him a forward that we have excess of, and Granlund could be it. Granlund could also jump, which is something I'm not sure of. Someone said Sutter, probably because of his contract. But I like Sutter, and I think if we have a good season, he will get better, and I want to have him on the team. So we sign him long term. We're dealing with him long term. Granlund and like a fourth for Luongo with retained cap. No, just Granlund for Luongo with retained cap. I'd do that, guys. You're getting Luongo for cheap, and he's still an 88 overall. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and see what happens, because we need a goalie. Luongo, bringing him back to Vancouver is crazy. And we need a goalie, so let's see if it works out. Granlund, 24 years old. Probably going to want a bit more next year. He's like, if you look... Oh, I have to explore more options. There's got to be a better way for than Granlund, because he's younger. Hansen, Gauntz and Edom. Gauntz, Edom, and yeah. So let's see if that works. Gauntz and Edom for Luongo. Will it go through? They will only take one of those kind of players. They wanted fourth liners, and then. How about Zalewiski included? Will that go through? No. Take a draft pick. A fourth round pick. A fourth round pick right now. And, yeah. Will that go through? Nope. It won't go through. Okay, so, you guys, I'm not going to make the longer trade because that's a really risky trade, sort of. Obviously, he could drop, but I like it that he's already at 88 overall, so that there's no way he dropped that bad, so... Problem is, again, we don't have anybody to sign. So, Mateau, it's just, we have to give up. Obviously, if we give him 1 year, probably give him 3.35. A second round pick, like a second round pick for a power forward, 23 years old, may not get as good. I'd rather go after Kucherov. And I don't want to give him a first round pick. We lost out on a goalie. So literally, we went from better to worst. That's or like something like that. It's just, it's hard. But at this point, there's legitimately no reason that we need to do anything. You know what I am going to do though? Is also to maybe, also to give us an option. We could sign Berglund, as he is a third liner. He's a legit decent player, 29 years old, and I mean, yeah. So he could drop potentially. So a 1 year deal is respectable for 1 point. You know what? We can give him 2 mil. There you go, 2 mil for 1 year. Just want him for a 1 year contract because he could potentially not get any better. I mean, unlikely, I don't think, or I think. Advanced day. Let's see. Does Patrick Burnley signed? He doesn't. Dude, you're 79 overall. No one wants you. They don't realize that you're actually decent. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be, yeah. Like we can't sign anybody because apparently no one likes us. So we're not signing Zach Cassian, although he's a third liner and he's decent. We're not doing that. I'd rather get Luongo. We're not getting that. What the heck? Where's Berglund? Okay, there you go. I was just gonna say he signed. We're gonna give him 1 year at 2.25 and see if he signs for that. If he doesn't sign, I'll just wait. Maybe you guys want to maybe think he's a good idea for 2 years. The only reason is just because if we, just in case we don't sign Kucherov or anything, just, yeah, see, like, I think Berglund makes sense. So see, he's an 84 overall, so that's a good price for a good player. So we can potentially shop him if we're a bad team, once again. But maybe getting Berglund gives us an option to trade Granlund or anybody else to get Luongo or even a better goalie. But I mean, I don't see why it's a problem. Luongo will probably retire after a year or two. We could use him as a starting goalie now, and then we can even trade him with how little his contract will be probably. So I mean, you guys can let me know. I think it would be pretty interesting to see Luongo back in Vancouver, but it also could be a problem. So yeah. And I mean, he may have it may be, I guess, considering the pressure. The pressure could be a bit too great, but the problem is right now, guys. I don't want to give up a first round pick. Mateau may not be worth a second round pick, although he legitimately could be. It's just so many different things, and the main thing which was a problem for me and a deal breaker is we didn't get a goalie. So we can look once more. I'm not going to show you guys this time. Well, fine. We're just gonna go like this. If it's a legitimately decent goalie, then like Kevin Poulin, no. If it's a legitimate decent goalie, then you guys will see it and I'll see it, and he'll probably be on the trading block. So Craig Anderson once again was there, and Luongo. So there's really nothing. Like there's nothing we can do. We don't have a goalie, but this also gives us a chance now that we know. We can actually check and see how good Demko got and other prospects. So, and that'll give us an option whether or not we need to sign anybody. Because remember, we're giving up draft picks to get these guys. So, McBain, we're going to move him down. And Demko's 79 overall and a minor starter. So, we're going to have to bring him up just for now. That's a problem. That's all he is. That's not great. So we need a goalie. We at least a backup. But guys, if we want to win, I want a starting goalie. So you guys are gonna have to let me know. We could trade. This could be an option to either trade Edler or Triamkin. Also depending on if there's anybody here able to play NHL. A bunch of top 4 defensemen. Sjalin, Pontus Jalin. Andre Padon, Tate Olson, Timothy Liljegren, Alex Biega, Jordan Subban, Guibois, Anderson, Neal. Forwards. So we got a couple. We got a lot of forwards. So that's also why it may not be worth it to sign Kucherov or anything. Although I really would like to sign Kucherov. Like I think that would be a great idea. I love the idea of signing Kucherov. Mateau also could be a good pickup. It's just you're giving up a draft pick, but yeah, we'll have to see. We can put these forwards down. We can round out our team how we like it and how we think it should be. Let's move Rodin and Vey back down. We got to bring up the next guy. Castle should be ready for the NHL. Brown is almost there, so that's nice. Gauntz and Grenier. Okay, so there you go. Now we can go best lines. Casey Bailey is the captain. Do we got... Okay, so let's see. Best lines, obviously, we can do one more time. So I forgot to let you guys know, I made Jimmy VC right wing, because he played right wing, and now he's a high elite. So that is really good. I'm hoping that he becomes 90 plus because Jimmy Vesey deserves it, as I said. Again, there's our center core. Eric Stahl is a top 9, but he's still a second liner, so it's okay. And we have him for now 2 more years at 5.5, so that should be okay. Horvat, Besser, Bayarchi's a medium elite. Was he before? I can't remember. Sutter, Berglund, Virtanen. He could play a left wing or somewhere else. So my point is, guys, I mean, if you look at our team, it's pretty solid. I would really like Kucherov. He could become an 87 or something, but we have Besser and Vesey. So I think it's okay that we don't get anybody. We just need a goalie. As for anybody else, Virtanen third liners, we got lots of, like, we got depth, guys. So, and then if we give Hansen penalty kill time, it should be okay. Castle's a fourth liner with great face-offs in defensive category, so that's great. Dorsett on the fourth line, I like that. Just a good stellar player, as usual. This could give us an option to trade Granlund, as we do have a lot of players. And then Edom also could fill in or where Dorsett is. So I like our team. Kucherov is just like, we have to give a first and a third for a position that we already have many right-wing snipers at. So, I mean, it's not like he's guaranteed to be a first liner anyways. I mean, sort of, but as for defense, we got a lot of depth, obviously. Edler's still a top 4 defenseman. He moved down to 86, but he's still top 4 defenseman. Trey Ampkin, he's a top 6 now. So I'm wondering if he drops, so maybe we can keep him now. That is also a bit disappointing because he's now top 6. He's 6'8", 242 still, so he's huge. I don't know. We have a lot of position. The only thing that we need to do is get a goalie. So that could be Luongo or maybe more younger goalie along to trade a guy like we have a lot of right wingers. We don't really need any star guys. So I mean, we don't need Vesey. I'm just saying that Virtanen could potentially be traded along with Besser and or Vesey. Mateau, I mean, you're just giving those guys for draft picks. So Kucherov, I like the idea. It might have been better the year before, maybe. That would have been better. But Vesey has stepped up. He could get better. And we have a lot of other guys. So in order for our team to be a playoff team, guys, though, although we have a really good defense and a lot of depth at forward, we need a goalie. Especially at least a backup. But we need a goalie. So I'll let you guys decide that. If Luongo's the right choice. If you saw any other guys that you maybe thought were just as good. And let's maybe double check to see if there's any free agents. Maybe a free agent goalie just popped out of nowhere and became amazing or something. I've seen it happen before. There's always those extra guys. Berra, Mazanik, nothing right there. So, and potential-wise, anything? Yeah, I didn't think so. There's not really anything that really pops out like that, usually. Okay, so, low top 6 center. Girard. We don't really need any centers right now, so. And again, I mean, Granlund, it's sort of, we'll see. Martin Hansel's still available, but I'm not going to do a sign and trade. Nope. As for RFAs, we can double check them. Kucherov, he wants 1 year at 3.8. And this guy's 87 overall. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's really, really interesting. This means now, and although we need a second round pick now, we'd have to figure this out, but we can now sign them for cheap. And if you look at this, guys, like here, right here, 8 million. What the heck? This guy still around 6, but I mean, Mateau could be a really nice pickup. So could Kucherov. I'd love to get them both, but we have so many players, so I don't know what to do. Granlund, like, again, if we need a goalie, I really do think Luongo could be the right deal. We have a lot of forwards. Remember, obviously, we can remember that we won't necessarily, some guys need to be signed for next year. And Daniel Steen's likely going to be retired after next year. I want to win now. What do we got to do, guys? We need a goalie. So obviously, we got to figure out a goalie to get. Maybe even trading for Bishop or Fleury or Rask. I don't think that's a good idea. I'd rather, again, side for probably Luongo is decent. He's still an 88. So wait, was he? Nope. Stop doing that. Maybe we look for more assets from a team like Washington. Maybe see what else they have. You look at this and you could get Luongo. You could look at getting some prospects, a prospect defenseman. McAvoy if we want a right-handed good defenseman, that could be an option. It's a lot of trade value. A draft pick, we get a first-round pick back, and then we could use that to flip it, so then we can get both Mateau and Kucherov. There's a lot of options, and then you look at who we could trade and who we may have to trade. We have a lot of forwards, so obviously, if we're retaining cap, we may have to go up a guy like that. So Virtanen, I mean, we can give these guys a chance, but I mean, if we slow up or we put up all those forwards up, then like if we sign all those forwards, they're not going to have the option to. So you can give up all the Granlund guys, but what about the Virtanen guys who, again, like we drafted him high, we have a lot of trade value for him, and I mean we're excelling at defense. The only thing we really need is a goalie, but Demko still needs time, and I'd like to have Demko as goalie. This is going up to 30 minutes. Long episode, lots of stuff, guys. This is really going to be another video where I'm going to need your help mainly for, does it really make, like, I would love, you have no idea, like, now that I know how good Mateau already is and how Kucherov could be at 8, like, he wants $8 million for the next 7 years. You could set, like, obviously we sign him for 1 year. Afterwards, we have to sign him still, so that may not be the greatest option. And if we sign him and he doesn't sign, and then our guys don't get growth, maybe that's this case, because we don't know if we're going to be able to get these. If we have a bad year, we may not be able to keep them. So there's so many different things. Luongo is another big one, and another goalie. So no matter what, we need to make a trade for a goalie. Do we want to sign those guys, or do we want to just give the young guys the chance? Maybe get one of them, because we don't have like a great top 6 group, but I mean, I don't know, guys. You guys are gonna have to let me know a lot. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was entertaining. I hope it wasn't too long for you guys. But that's what has to happen. We need to figure out what to do. I want to win. What do we need to do to win? Don't think about the future. I mean, you can sort of think about it. And obviously, you can just say trade for Patrick Kane. But it's not going to happen like that. Guys, what do we need to do to win now and win for a long time? So that's the big question. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one.